Let's be honest, we've all been there. That little voice in your head whispers, am I enough? Whether it's about your appearance, your relevance, or your abilities, insecurity has a sneaky way of showing up. But here's the thing. Midlife isn't the time to shrink back. It's the time to rise. Today, we're talking about how to overcome insecurity and embrace the incredible confidence that comes with this stage. Hey girl, welcome to the Aging with Grace and Style podcast, the place where we celebrate midlife and beyond with grace, style, unapologetic confidence, and a touch of sass. I'm Valerie, and I am so glad that you're here. This episode is for anyone who's ever felt held back by self-doubt. And let's be real, that's all of us at some point. So grab a cup of tea, I have my drink, or whatever else that you like to drink, settle in, and let's tackle this together. Today, we'll explore why insecurity tends to creep in during midlife, how to identify the thoughts that hold us back, and most importantly, practical ways to build the kind of confidence that allows us to step boldly into this next chapter. So if you think about it, insecurity doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's often rooted in experiences, in expectations, and let's be honest, societal pressures. And midlife, it's like a magnifying glass on all of it. Changes in our bodies, shifts in our careers, evolving relationships, family dynamics, they all challenge our sense of self. And here are some common sources of insecurity. Appearance. Let's talk about that mirror for a moment. Gray hairs, wrinkles, body changes, they're natural, but they're not easy to accept. I don't know that any of us are immune to the initial feelings when these things kind of creep up on us. I remember how I felt when I saw my first gray hair or gray hairs, or when I saw wrinkles across my forehead, or when I started to gain weight because of hormones and menopause. My first thoughts were, dang, is this what aging is like? I am getting old. Now, while I still get my hair colored, I don't freak out anymore if I see some gray hairs pop in. And the weight gain, well, some lifestyle changes helped with that. It helped me to understand how my body was changing, and age did have some effect, but there were some things that I could do. But the beauty industry, it doesn't help. It's constantly telling us to fight the clock. These days, I'm just happy that the clock is still ticking. And then there's relevance. Have you ever felt like the world is moving so fast and you're not sure where you fit in? So whether it's technology, trends, or just keeping up with younger generations, midlife can make us question our value, but we shouldn't. You know, I'm a big believer of continuous learning. We can control our relevance by continuing to learn new things. Do we need to be experts? No, we don't. But we should have some kind of working knowledge. Taking time to figure things out not only helps us with relevance, but it keeps our brain sharp. I recently had a conversation with someone who is much younger than me, and she doesn't know how to do some things that to me are basic. But for me, it's really not about the fact that she doesn't know how to do them. It's more that she doesn't take the initiative to learn and would rather say, I don't know how, I'm too old. And we wonder why society treats us as they do. I know we're talking about us women, but I know some guys who also deal with this, who would rather say, I'm not keeping up or I'm too old, than to sit and spend the time just learning the basics of some things. And then we have life transitions, empty nest. career pivots, or even retirement, these changes can leave us wondering, what's next? Does any of this resonate with you? Have you found yourself avoiding something, a new opportunity, a social event, even looking in the mirror because of insecurity? If so, you're not alone, and we're going to unpack this together. What if I told you that insecurity isn't a sign of weakness? It's actually an invitation to grow. When we feel insecure, it's often because we're stepping outside of our comfort zone or we're facing a change. And both of those, they bring opportunities for transformation. So how do we shift the way we look at insecurity? It starts with reframing those negative thoughts and recognizing the strengths that we often overlook in ourselves. So let's talk about a few practical ways to do just this. Challenge the narrative. Instead of thinking, I'm not enough, try asking, what am I learning from this experience? Shift the focus from inadequacy to growth. Every new challenge, no matter how daunting, it holds a lesson that equips us for the future. And then focus on strengths. Think about everything you bring to the table, your experiences, your wisdom, your resilience. These are things that no one else can replicate. Take a moment to list your unique qualities and revisit them whenever these insecurities creep in. And then embrace change. Change can feel like loss, but it's also an opening to something new. What if we approach change with curiosity instead of fear? Ask yourself, what possibilities does this change present? For instance, let's say you're transitioning into a new role or a phase of life. Instead of dwelling on what you're leaving behind, think about what you're stepping into. It might be an opportunity to learn a new skill, to meet new people, or to rediscover parts of yourself that have been dormant. Or consider physical changes. Instead of critiquing your appearance, celebrate what your body has carried you through, the strength that it's shown you, and the life that it's lived. I remember a time when I almost didn't apply for a new role because I thought, what if I'm not qualified? But then I realized the only way I was going to find out was to step up. So I reframed my fear as an opportunity to grow. And you know what? I got the role, and it has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. So think about one area of your life where insecurity is holding you back. What's one step, however small it may be, that you can take today to reframe that doubt? Remember, every shift in perspective brings the foundation for greater confidence. Now that we've defined insecurity and we've explored ways to shift our mindset, it's time to take action. Confidence isn't just about how we think, it's about what we do. So let's dive into some practical steps that you can start implementing today to build the kind of confidence that grows stronger with every decision that you make. First would be celebrate small wins. Confidence isn't built overnight, it's built one small win at a time. So, did you speak up in a meeting? Or did you try something new? If so, celebrate that. And then practice positive self-talk. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations. Instead of, I can't try, say, I'm learning or I'm growing. Surround yourself with encouragement. Who's in your corner? Spend time with those people. My pastor recently wrote a social media post, and it was, if I recall correctly, entitled, Who's in Your Circle versus Who's in Your Corner? And it talked about there is a difference. Not everybody in our circle is going to be in our corner. And we need to be intentional about who we have in our corner. And I totally agree with that. We should spend time with people who are going to lift us up and people who believe in our potential. And then take action despite fear. Confidence doesn't mean that you're never afraid. It means that you move forward anyway. Start small, but the key is to start. When I look back on my life, the moments that I'm most proud of weren't the ones where I felt 100% confident. They were the ones that I took a leap despite my doubts. So, what's one small win that you can create for yourself this week? Maybe it's trying something new, setting a boundary, or simply just looking in the mirror and saying, I'm enough. Today, we explored the roots of midlife insecurity. We reframed it as an opportunity for growth and shared practical steps to build confidence. Insecurity doesn't define you, it challenges you to rise. Remember, every doubt you face is an invitation to discover your strength. You are more than enough, and this chapter of life is yours to own. So if this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who might need some encouragement. And let's connect on social media. You can reach me at I am Valerie Hatcher on all platforms. I would love to hear how you're building confidence in your life. Until next time, keep rising, keep growing, and keep shining. Take care of yourself and embrace the incredible person that you are. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you loved this episode, do me a favor. Share it with a friend and leave a quick review. It's a small thing that makes a big difference. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And hey, let's keep the conversation going. Join me at pod.agingwithgraceandstyle.com for more tips, stories, and a whole lot of connection. Until next time, keep shining with grace, style, and a touch of sass.